Hello folks, my name is Ben Omer and this is the Nerdy Quick and Dirty. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the NQND, where we review comics, games, and all things strange in under 3 minutes. Why do we do that? So that you don't have to watch a 20-minute video and we can get back to doing whatever it is we do outside of this. As you guys can probably tell, my throat's a little bit scratchy today. I think I'm getting sick, so I'll try and bust this one out really fast. Today we're talking about a game that allows you to play God and travel back to the medieval age, where there's swords, magic, and transforming horse dragons that trample their enemies. We're talking about Fire Emblem Fates from Intelligent Systems and Nintendo. So without further ado, let's put that 3-minute timer up there and get this review underway. So let's talk about Medieval Shipping Simulator 2016. It's the newest installment in the Fire Emblem series and the second game to continue the relationship support system, which, if you think about it, is kind of what is keeping this series afloat. No, I'm serious. Take a look at the previous game, Fire Emblem Awakening. It was technically supposed to be the last game in the series, but it did so well that it just breathed new life into the whole franchise. Why did it do that, you might ask? Because you can make two epic warriors smoocheroo in eternal love. And I mean, the gameplay is pretty okay too. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ben, this is 3 Nintendo games you're reviewing in a row. Are you running out of ideas? Are you creatively bankrupt? Have you hit an emotional wall? You play as Corrin, or whatever you decide to name your avatar. I named mine Shabadoo. Find yourself in Noir, which is like a European Gothic style place that's at war with a faction called Hoshido, which is basically like a blend of everything Asian into one big nation. Now it gets tricky because there's 2 games actually for this series. There's Birthright and there's Conquest. In Birthright, you actually side with Hoshido and go through that storyline, and in Conquest, you actually go with Noir and go with them. It's kind of cool because you get 2 different stories and 2 completely different sets of team members and party members that you get to interact with your whole game experience. The game's a tactical turn-based style game where you basically control armies and you have to fight against other enemies, and there's a whole bunch of different classes that you can play as. And finally, there's the relationship support system, in which you get to group multiple different characters together and have them support one another on the battlefield, but then they also get relationship points in which you can put them together, and they also make happy little relationship couple-y type deals. It's kind of hard to explain, but by fighting with one another, they fall in love. And what's a better way to determine romance like that? Basically, you're trying to save the world from an evil king, yada yada yada. You know the story. Basically, I'm saying yada 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 because there's a lot of spoilers that I could do right now, and this game's very story driven, and I don't want to ruin that and take it from you, so go play the game. Alright, so cards on the table. I haven't actually beaten both storylines yet. The main reason for that being is because I got the special edition, which actually has both storylines on it, and also has a third one that you can play, which is kind of like DLC for the other ones. That's right, I went out and spent $120 on a special edition for a game. Super cool nerd alert! From the amount of time that I have sunk into it, I can see that there's the one main issue that always drives me with Fire Emblem games. The battle system gets a little bit tedious after a while, especially when you've got all your characters at max level and everything becomes a breeze. You kind of just fly through everything, and it doesn't really feel challenging. Unless you're playing on permadeath mode, then things get really intense and your heart breaks when your characters die. Tack on the amount of side missions and character combinations you can do and base building that you actually get to do in this game. Each storyline has easily 50 hours plus on it that you can sink your time into. That's why I'm giving Fire Emblem Fates from Intelligent Systems and Nintendo a who needs a real life significant other when you can have 20 virtual ones. Wow, that is a depressing statement. My parents are probably so proud of me right now. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of the NQND. If you liked it, please put a like and subscribe. It would really help us out. Share it with your friends or even put a comment down below about maybe something that you want us to review. We'd really love to hear from you. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm actually updating on those ones so you can see all the fun stuff that we do outside of this, as well as updates on the NQND. Other than that, I think that wraps up this episode of the Nerdy Quick and Dirty. My name's Ben Omer, and thank you for watching. I'm gonna go chug an entire bottle of Buckley's. And by Buckley's, I probably mean whiskey.